JD Straight Shot, always good for one. Jim and Sam has squandered the inheritance they received from O&A. They stink. Yeah, they could go F themselves. The only reason they're in those seats was because SiriusXM was trying to hold on to the giant O&A audience that me and Anthony brought in with the help of Jimmy, obviously. Of course, you got to say that. And they squandered it. It's the only reason they sit in those seats, because they were trying to hold on to the remaining people of the giant Opie and Anthony audience. And then they fucking turn their show into a cheap version of Opie and Anthony. They're not even doing anything new and different. F those guys. For real, F those guys. You would think, okay, well, obviously they kept us to try to keep the O&A audience that is still here, although it's not a lot of people at this point. You would think they would go, all right, but why don't we try to do something new and different? Same fucking losers coming through those studio doors. No loyalty to the old Opie and Anthony show. Oh, you guys are new Opie and Anthony, I guess. We'll still go into this studio and be on this show. The lack of loyalty in radio is disgusting. The lack of loyalty with the comedians is disgusting. They still go through those doors like they're talking Opie and Anthony, and when it's a cheap version of what we did. You would think some of these guys would take a stand and go, you know what? I can't do the show anymore. Opie's gone, Anthony's gone. And these guys are doing a cheap ripoff of what they did. So you know what? I'm going to take a stand, and I'm not going to do this show anymore. But, man, I peek here and there. And it's the same bunch of a-holes still going through those doors. They can go F themselves. Why bother wishing Jim and Sam ill will? That whole platform is doomed anyway. Soon to follow 8-track tapes and landline phones. I don't wish them ill will. I just don't like the guys. I don't like them at all. They're going nowhere fast, and satellite radio is going nowhere fast. More and more people are live streaming, taking more of the pie away from satellite radio. You are right, David Chandler. And I did a whole rant on this on my my podcast, Opieradio. It's hard to find it at this point, but they made the same mistakes with all the other media companies that came before them. Satellite radio had a giant lead on all new media, and they just blew it all off. They got into the podcasting world way too late. They got into the streaming service thing way too late. All they had to do is see what was coming behind them and go, oh my God, we got all the people, listening to us now, but we got to adjust immediately. And they were playing catch up, and now it's too late. And then, of course, they had a chance at Joe Rogan and Bill Burr at the time. I've done this whole rant, and they literally said, we don't need Joe Rogan or Bill Burr. If they had those two guys on their platform, they would be in much better shape right now. But they blew both those guys off as well. And then Howard is sounding older and older by the day. He's forgetting things. There's something weird going on with that. He could only last another, I don't know, maybe another 5 years in his prime. And then what does satellite radio have at that point? So you're right, David Chandler. And honestly, I don't waste my time wishing ill will on anybody. I just don't do that. I mean, if someone asks me, I'll tell you, yeah, I think Jim and Sam are terrible people, and I think their show stinks. But I don't wish ill will on them. That's a waste of my time. And thanks for the $50. I greatly appreciate it. I think we made the gas money back from Niagara Falls. Let's see. Yeah, man, we almost made the gas money. So thank you. I'd like to tell you what I'm using the super chat money for.